What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3 in Kappa mode. So we left off last episode trying to figure out what the heck is going on with our ultimate crafting over here, our automation for it. Yeah, there's some weirdness that's going on and I can't quite figure it out. So we saw that we are able to pull in all of these different items from down below, right? We have those connected through this phantom face. So the automation interface can see all of the items downstairs that this is connected to, which is a drawer controller, right? Well, all those drawers are filled up with all these items, including these 4 stones, which are not being pulled through. That is the body stone, the soul stone, the mind stone, and the life stone. I still don't know exactly why those aren't coming through, but I have come up with an idea that I think will probably work for us to get this to happen. Yeah. So I noticed on the automation interface, there is another option here. If we go into the config, there is a smart insert section. The interface will not allow items to be inserted. They cannot be inserted into the table. No, it's this one, the auto eject. The interface will automatically eject items from the input slot into the output slot if the item can't be inserted into the table. So this means if we get some random item in there or too many of a specific item, it'll just output it, right? That was kind of like one of the things we were having issues with when I was queuing up a whole bunch of like these ultimate stews previously. Yeah, we'd fill up like all of these slots and then be trying to put in like fish or something that's already in the table and it'd back everything up. In fact, we had that issue, I think, in a couple different places. Like the cosmic meatballs, or actually I guess it would have been the cosmic meatballs with the fish example, or the Endist catalyst, or Endist pearl, I mean. Yeah, so that is probably a thing that we could do to solve that. Another thing that I did, and actually the best way to solve it for those specific issues I was talking about, is just by putting on blocking mode, so it'll only insert up to 1 additional recipe in here, right? And then when there's space for it to go into the automation interface, then I'll put the next one in and the next one and so on and so forth. That way we're not trying to cram in like 20 or 40 recipes worth of like end stone into here and it just can't go anymore and it like breaks the auto crafting. Yeah, it's a much better way of putting that blocking mode on. So I've done that with all of these, but getting back to this original problem here. Yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is using this auto eject thing. And what I think we should do is be able to set in like those different items here into the ME interface as a provided item. And then we'll have like a timer or something that will kick off. We'll extract those items into this chest and this chest will just freely put those items into the table. If they don't fit, they'll just go to the output slot and then they'll just go right back into the system, right? So I think that's what I want to do here. Now, I'm not sure the best way of doing this, so I'm just going to do it a way that I think will work, and then we'll worry about it later. So we're going to do item, this thing, translocator. We don't need glowstone on there, but we are going to need, oh man, can we, I'm trying to remember, were we able to use the regulate feature of this? Diamond, didn't we need like a specific diamond shard or something? Diamond nugget from extended crafting, translocators. Will this allow me to do that? I'm clicking it on there. It's not working. Oh, right. We used a regular diamond in this pack, wasn't it? Is that what it was? I remember we did this a while ago. Yeah, full diamond now. Okay, so the full diamond goes on here. We can regulate this so it'll only allow one specific item in there. So let's do the stones. So we want a body stone, a soul stone, mind stone, and life stone. So I'll provide those items here. Very good. Then I'll just put those in there so they go away. So we also need redstone control. So I'll throw a redstone on here. So this will be an insert only when it gets a redstone signal. Okay, so the idea is, let me turn this off. Or it is already off. So the idea is when this gets a redstone signal, we're going to do this and then it's going to it's gonna fill all the way up. Wait, why did it do that? Did I not? Oh, I didn't set the regulate. Whoops, my mistake. Let me do this again. So we will put these things onto here. For some reason, I was thinking just putting the regulate on there is all we need to do. No, we need to put the filter there, so it'll only allow that many items in. Let me go ahead and throw all of these back in here one more time. Grab these guys. Like a so, and okay, so now we should be good. So now when I press this button, okay, calling me a liar now. Well, we have it regulated with only one item. Does it have to be regulated on the output as well? Now I can't remember. As far as I understand it, putting the regulate here should only allow one of that type in there. Like, I think if you right click, okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I thought that was gonna work. Again, I haven't tested this. I just assumed this was gonna work. There are some other ways that we can do it. Let me play around with this for a moment. We'll be right back. All right, so I've made some changes here, and I think we're at a point now where this should be fully automated. Unfortunately, the translocators like I wanted to use didn't really work correctly. So I am using Ender.io. And we have a timer down here that's pulsing. Let's see, it says right there, every 400 ticks, which is 20 seconds, right? And that's going into an advanced redstone repeater here, which keeps that signal on for 20 ticks or 2 seconds. The turn on delay, you can't really make it any shorter than 2 ticks, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, we pulse 1 tick every 20 seconds. It stays on for 2 seconds, right? And then that sends a redstone signal up our line. So the redstone signal we're extracting out of our ME interface here, right? So we're extracting on the red signal and active with signal. So only when it has a redstone signal, right? So we're extracting out of there, and that's going right into this chest up here. On this chest, we have a limited item filter, and we are limiting to one of each of these different types of stones. So if we look in this chest, once every 20 seconds or so, it'll fill up with 4 different items. And then once all those items are in there and that redstone signal goes away, then it gets extracted out. So those items stay in there for about 2 seconds, and then they get extracted, right? So the redstone signal also comes over here, and we are extracting only when there is no redstone signal. So when the redstone signal is on and it's filling up this chest, we're not extracting, but when that redstone signal goes away, then it takes whatever's in this chest and tries dumping it into our automation interface. Okay, so that's pretty much what we got going on here. Now, the reason why I chose 20 seconds is because I put all the stones in here and I timed it, and it was about 15 seconds for all of these things to completely refill, right? And then I wanted to give a little bit of a buffer time because we're taking the 2 seconds to make sure the items go in the chest, and it seems to be working out. We probably could make it a second or 2 shorter between craft, but yeah, because of how slow it takes to refill all these items, that's the majority of the time waste here. But regardless, we have this completely automated at this point, so it's just going to keep dumping those stones in until we don't need any more of the chaos catalysts. Yeah, so I think another thing that we could do, thinking about this, we could probably add like some kind of an AND gate. So like Applied Energistics has a redstone signal. I can't remember what the thing of it is called. It's a thing that'll emit a redstone signal when you're crafting. This thing right here, no, not this one, just the level emitter, I think. Yeah, this one. You can set this up so it'll emit a redstone signal when it's trying to craft something. So we could have it emitting a redstone signal while we are trying to craft these chaos catalysts, right? And then only at that point will it extract out with that AND. That's something else that we could do, just as a thought. Or maybe what we could do is put that inverted into this timer here, so when we are no longer crafting, it'll emit a redstone signal into the bottom of this timer, which will stop it from pulsing and stop the rest of this process from happening. That's something else that we could do. But either way, like, that's not super important right now. Like, we have so many of these things to go through. How many more does it say it was crafting? 1,110 of these at 20 seconds a pop. I don't think we're going to do those today, but they should be done by next episode, I think. either way, we got this solved. Is this the best way of doing it? I don't know. Why the phantom face doesn't work? I don't know. But we got it going, so that's the important thing. Okay, so I just ran into something that was kind of weird here. I was trying to collect one chaos catalyst because I wanted to mess around with this item level emitter thing. And I saw the stones go in and I did a shift click here. It left the stones in place, but it like crafted with everything else that was in the table. It seems like a normal automation crafting is deleting these stones, but if I do a shift click, it leaves the stones in there? That is like super odd. I'm not actually sure what's going on with that, but yeah, I was playing around with the level emitter idea here because I wanted to like automate this like fully so we're not just making too many of these things. So I wanted one chaos catalyst to throw in this thing so I could play around with it. And yeah, that's really weird. Well, anyway, I guess we just saved a whole bunch of EMC for the different chaos catalysts. Now we gotta wait for that table to fill back up with all those items. But yeah, anyway, so if you get a level emitter, you can throw in the crafting card here, and then you get some options here to emit redstone while item is crafting, or emit redstone to craft item, which isn't that the same thing? I'm not actually sure. Both ways, this is on, or maybe, is there like, no, I can't put in any numbers here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the difference between these different things are. Like, the light is on either way. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, I was hoping that the way this would work is if we are crafting something, like a Yeta wrench, is that light on no matter what's in there? It might be. Yeah. Well, anyway, the way I wanted this to work is if, you know, we had a chaos catalyst in here and the system was saying to craft, then we could emit a redstone signal, which would, well, actually unpower the redstone signal that would be in the bottom of that timer. But anyway, kind of rambling here. Let's move on. Right, so we needed like an additional 400 singularities, I think. So all of the EMC ones are completely refilled, which is fine. But all the ones that we had to spawn in, we're getting pretty close. Like, it's almost done. This is really good because something that I've noticed here, well, we kind of talked about the last time, these final shards are really, or the final star shards are really expensive and they're eating up a lot of our EMC. So we left the 8x compressed obsidian going since last episode till now. And since then we have collected enough for one final star shard. Yeah, that is kind of slow. We currently need 8 more. Right? Yeah, 8 in each slot. So 8 more. Well, I guess we need 7 more. So we are going to need to replace the singularities that we're spawning in, these different blocks. Once these are done, for the extra chaos catalysts or chaos ingots we need, or whatever it is that we need the extra for. Once these are finished, yeah, we can swap out all of those different spawners with more of the 8x compressed obsidian. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So we won't just like turn them off. We'll just repurpose them to make more EMC. But until then, we still got other things to work on. So let's take a look at these draconic energy relay crystals. Okay, so we are going to need 2 per plank. So that means we need a total of 16. And we get 4 of them per craft. So we need to do this craft 4 times. And it takes 4 of the Wyvern energy relay crystals to make these. So let's take a look at that. The Wyvern energy relay crystals require 4 basic energy relay crystals. Okay, so we need this recipe. Well, that's easy. Wyvern energy core. Let's go ahead and craft up 4 of those. All right, and then we will craft up 4 recipes of those, so 16. Okay, so that was easy enough. So now we need to make these guys. So those are made with more Wyvern energy cores. So I need 16 Wyvern energy. All right. So again, pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and start that up and we should be good to make these now. Just toss those in there and 16 of these guys. Awesome. Okay. So now that we have that, oops, can't unbookmark sometimes when I'm looking at the wireless crafting table. Now that we have that, we have to do this recipe 4 times. So that is more Wyvern energy cores. So that is an additional 16 of those. Grab 16 more of those. Very good. All right, so we needed 16 of those. We are going to need 4 Wyvern cores. Easy. We need 16 diamonds. All right, that's not bad. I think that was all the different ingredients we need for this, right? Diamonds, Wyvern energy core. Yeah, and then just the Wyvern core. All right, so we should be able to put this over here on this guy. We'll split these items up into 4s. Whoops. There we go. So we'll do diamond, 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 diamond. Then we'll do the same thing with these. Wyvern energies. And we just need 1 slot for those. And then we toss these guys in here and click start. Easy enough. And since we're doing the chaos catalyst, the charging goes really fast. And I think the crafting goes fast as well, or faster than like the basic ones. Well, anyway, let me just go ahead and do this the 3 more times and we'll be right back. All right, well, that was pretty easy. We have our Draconic Energy Relay crystals in here, and we have created enough chaos ingots where I can fill in the singles anyway. So we know where those go in this recipe. Gives us a better idea of how much more we need to fill out, right? Anyway, so we have those in place. So now I was thinking we should do this Asgard Dandelion. That goes right here in this slot. Actually, I think this goes in here. Yeah, I think that goes right here in this slot. Whoops, let's click this. Oh no, we need double. I was only gonna make 8 of those. We actually need 16. Okay, well, I have enough in my inventory right now for 8 of those. So let's just craft those up and then I'll just do another set of those. So I need another ultimate crafting table. Just throw one of these here for the moment. And this. Okay, so it was 20 of the infinity ingots, 16 of the neutronium nuggets, 4 of the neutronium ingots, and then 1 infinity catalyst per one of those. So that should give us 8 of these things. So that's the first time we've made these, and I think there might be a quest for those. Actually, no, we've completed all the quests, right? So there should be a quest for that. But yeah, that'll give us 1 slot. I need to do that 1 more time so we can fill out the opposite side. Yeah, I missed this one over here. Okay, well, let me just double that real quick. All right, so another set of items that we need are Transcendent Blood Orbs. These are actually an item I don't think we've made in this pack yet. There wasn't a quest for it. This is for a tier 6 blood altar. You need to put in the, what are these things called? Crystal clusters? Yeah, the crystal clusters are things that we made a while ago. Those are what form the tier 6 pillars. And at some point in the recent past, I do believe I did animate that and spawn in a whole bunch of them because we needed that for something, and I wanted to fill out the tier 6 altar. We were missing one. Anyway, so we had like 20 plus of these things in Applied Energistics from when I spawned them in. So yeah, we're taking 16 of these things and turning those into the Transcendent Blood Orbs. So that is part of the Chaos Plank recipe. Yep, we need 2 of those per craft, so we need a total of 16 of those. And yeah, as you see, it is draining the blood, or I guess the life essence out of our blood altar, but that progress is still going up because we're still sending LP into the altar, even though it looks like it's completely empty. Yep, so we are good to go here. So once this finishes up, I'll go ahead and move our creative fluid tank back downstairs, swap it to essence so we can continue spawning in our block items, our animated blocks. All right, guys, so we are in the process of working on making 8 creative modifiers now. So I got a lot of the stuff in here that we need. It does require 2 buckets of life essence per. And we're only going to make 8 of these, I feel like. So I need 16 expanders and 16 expander horizontal. So we just made recipes for these. Let's go and throw those in there. Tell it to craft that. And craft these as well. And there it is. Awesome. Okay, so the expander horizontals goes in the top bottom, and then these go on the side. Very good. We're missing 2 items here. What are these? Oh, more night slime. Okay. Night slime, easy enough. Just need 16 more of these guys. Very good. So the last thing that we're missing are the items that go on the side, and those are emerald trimmed blocks of black iron. So let's go ahead and make those. I need half a stack of these. All right, almost there. A few more clicks. There it is. Very good. Okay, so those are now all done. Awesome. So there is the first, no, I think this is the second creative modifier that we made. I think we had to make one of these for a quest earlier on. But yeah, first one that we've made for this new recipe anyway. So get rid of these guys and those. Oh, gotta be careful. All right, so there's 5 of them. I think we still have one in our AE system from when we made this before. So I guess we technically only need to make 7 of these. I haven't really used these creative modifiers or any of our Tinker's construct tools. But yeah, that's what we needed right there. So if we go into this recipe, the chaos plank, that goes 3 from the bottom in the center. So that would be this one right here. Awesome. So we got yet another item added into this craziness that we got going on here. Let's take a look now how we're doing on this stuff. So we still need 995 more of these chaos catalysts, 91 more chaos ingots. And we have 7 chaos ingots that have been made in reserve that will be added into this. So I was taking a look at that and I kind of did the math. So if we waited for this entire thing to process at 20 seconds per chaos catalysts, it's going to take just over 6 hours for this auto crafting to finish up. Well, I mean, we've been waiting on it for a few days now because I didn't know what to do. And then we finally got around to getting this automation thing hooked up. So I think we should be good to go unless we do run out of some other material, which it appears that we have. I'm glad I took a look at this. Okay, so what is this item that we're missing? This is Chaos Catalyst. That's next to the Naga scale. Fiery ingots. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. We have fiery singularities, and all of our blocks that we had for this auto crafting has gone into these singularities. If I figured out where this is, I could probably eject them from the next singularity that it's making. Okay, so how do we solve this? I guess what we're gonna do is once we get enough fiery singularities, so we can make the rest of the chaos catalysts that we need, or chaos ingots, whatever it is, we can turn off the interface here that's providing those blocks. Will build up a supply, and then those will go into this. Oh man, I'm not sure which way we should go about this. I guess if we turn the interface off right now, we'll collect those blocks. Those will go into this auto craft, and then we'll just keep a hold of those blocks. And then when this auto crafting is done, then we can turn the interface back on to make more of the singularities. I guess we could go that route. All right, so if I take a look, let's see here. I need to take a look at the ultimate singularity. So the fiery one is this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and the second over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be this one right here, right? So block of fiery metal. So if I turn this off, how do I turn this off? I'm not sure a good way of doing that without disabling everything or completely breaking the system. I guess we just press this button. That's all we got to do, yeah? All right, so we press that button, and then I eject these. Okay, and then I can throw that into our system, and then that should start taking these and turning them into the ingots, I believe, automatically, and then we should start our auto crafting back up. Let me go ahead and finish getting the rest of those out of this. All right. So are things happening over here? Are we getting... Oops, wrong one. Wrong one still, this one. Are we getting those in here? Do we not have a recipe that automatically converts the fiery ingots, or fiery blocks, into the fiery ingots? Yeah, you know what? I don't even think we have that recipe, so that would be another reason why this isn't working. Okay, so let's make ourselves that recipe. So fiery ingot, and then we need to do a processing pattern. And oh, you know what? We could do that through Essence. Interesting. I know we have that, but I think we're just going to do it this way for now. Okay, and then factorizer, this guy. So now that should be all that we have to do. I'm pretty sure it has a crafting card. At least I would imagine it does. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so now things are working as expected. We're getting the fiery ingots in there. This is going to happen. I guess what I could do, I could tell the system to craft up like however many more of those that we need. How many more of these are we doing? 993, so like 1,000 fiery ingots. I could tell the system to do that, and then once it starts processing those, I could turn this back on, and then we should be good. Let's do that. So if I tell the system to make 1,000, let's do a little extra. So we'll use 123 blocks. So that's already been taken out of here. So I should be able to come back over here and turn this back on. And then we should just be good to go now. I think that is all we needed to do. So fire ingots should always be completely full. And then, yeah, this auto crafting should just work. All right, I'm good with that. Cool. All right, so let's take a look one more time over here, how we're doing. So our Chaos Planks recipe are coming together. Again, we're gonna need a bunch of EMC to solve this issue. But like I discussed before, I think we know how we're gonna do that just by using our other blocks that we were spawning in down below, removing those blocks, since we're not gonna need more singularities. Replace them all with the ones that produce EMC. I think that's going to be the way that we go about this. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.